My journey across Solstein goes on. I move from site to site, chasing artifacts buried in ash and snow. This island feels alien compared to the mainland, harsher, wilder. Yet I can't deny its strange beauty. A letter to Delvin? I know him well, from the Thieves' Guild. And his brother Glover works right here in Raven Rock. And this, his formula for improved bone mold, I bet he'll be more than glad I found it. The Reeklings. Savage little things. They chatter and bicker like children, but behind it lies a feral cunning. They may look laughable, but there's nothing funny about being dragged down by a pack of them. Best to treat them as the danger they are.
No.
Oh, I remember this place. It was here that I faced Karstad, a formidable enemy, unlike any I'd fought before. That battle still lingers in my memory. Another Sanamia's journal, and this one points to the Nordic ruins of Valthum back in Skyrim, a place I haven't set foot in yet. Time to change that. But first, I need to finish what I started here, on this harsh island. Solstheim still holds secrets and tasks I must see through before I return to Skyrim. Another of Sanamia's journals to find, always leading deeper, always pointing towards some hidden ruin. And the treasure of Haknir Deathbrand. I'll mark it on my map and see where the trail leads me.
fool.
Deathbrand Helm. This must be part of a full, unique set. And this map, a true treasure map, with marks scattered all across Solstheim. Tempting as it is, I'll leave those spots for another time. By the gods, could this truly be Sanamia? What did those wretched creatures do to you? A phantasmal chest. The journal doesn't say much, only that it moves and can appear anywhere. I suppose it's meant to test whoever seeks it. I'll need to keep my eyes and ears sharp, follow the signs, and see where it leads. Could be treasure, or a trap. Either way, I'm curious enough to try. Yet another of Sanamia's journals lies ahead. I'll wait until night, and then I'll travel there as a vampire lord. Darkness will be my ally.
I cannot bless you.
Well, well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Tam Layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, I'll be. That's the one. What happened to Esmond? I told him not to head up there. Sounds like the bloody fool got what he deserved. Here, I want you to take this key. Head inside my house and unlock the door in the basement. Help yourself to whatever you like inside. I won't be using it anymore. Excellent. I think you'll be glad that you made this decision. Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius's exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock. Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful. I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Councillor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent. All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him. Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the Ash Spawn. Please, go speak to the Second Councillor as soon as possible.
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Raven Rock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed.
Care for anything for my stand today?
The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head.
I know why you're here. I'll get...
It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions. It may be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Councillor Morvain simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Raven Rock. Raven Rock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing.
You can't get blood from a stone, Nobro. As it is, we can barely move on.
I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me.
I was clear when I loaned Garwin the money that I wanted it back by
I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Raven Rock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. Can't afford to make any mistakes.
Understandable, considering the differences between us.
I'm not talking about that. I have a knack
Traitors.
for smelling trouble.
A lot of them. Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people. Lalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dunmer people's suffering. They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council. I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses. Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solstheim. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this, I consider vital to House Redoran's survival. During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance. House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction.
If you want that beautiful wife of yours to stay that
Don't
way,
worry, you can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
Welcome to the Wretched Netch Corner Club, home of the finest suit jammer that will ever grace your lips. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I have it? Anytime Adril and the Redoran Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. When a Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the ash yam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew. Back in 95, Vila Ulin came to Raven Rock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redoran Guard, and then murder Consular Morvain when we weren't looking. He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that? He underestimated the Redoran Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Veleth himself. Vila Ulin was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulin ancestral tomb.
Excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. What do you mean? I thought I was clear. I'm simply honoring a fellow departed Dunmer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit.
I hope Geldis proved useful. Have you made any progress?
But it's something that still keeps
Tell
me
us you.
awake at night.
Are you sure? So Geldis' plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck. Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since. They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands. People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony. Be careful. If the Severins have betrayed us, then they'll be well armed.
This is no idle boast. The strike is already prepared. He's waited a decade for revenge. Dangerous, precise, and cruel. If true, this will reopen old feuds and spill more blood. I need to treat it as real, and act fast.
Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice. Good. I'm going to send 2 of the best Regeneration Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away.
someone there.
I was sure I heard something.
You can't hide from me. You can't hide from me. It's not my time.
someone there? Come on. I know you're in here.
Is someone there?
I was sure I join you in death.
Lalo will have its revenge.
Here in his shrine.
From that look on your face, I'm guessing you've never seen a silt strider before. This is Dusty. I personally trained her from a lava. Feels like a lifetime ago now. She hasn't been in traveling condition for quite a while now. I've tried to let her go off on her own, but she insists on staying here. We get by trading odds and ends with the locals. I've decided to stay here and make sure she passes in peace. It's the least I can do for her. Every once in a while, a local makes it out here, although they usually just want to catch a glimpse of Dusty. Silt striders are pretty rare now. What would you like to know? Mostly for transporting goods and people. They were pretty commonplace in Morrowind, but that was ages ago. A silt strider carapace is so strong it can withstand the harshest of weather. Even the legendary sandstorms of Vardenfell's Molag Armor region were said to barely make a dent in them. Of course, that's all ash now. The blast from the volcano wiped most of them out. Found Dusty in a small cave on Vardenfell. Silt strider cocoons are pretty tough. All right. Take a look. Safe travels.
Well,
Can't
what
get
happened?
blood from a stone.
Were you able to track down Vendor? Out with it!
That isn't my problem.
Then,
I was clear when I loaned Garland.
it's
I
finally
wanted
over.
it back my first harvest.
What of the Redoran Guard I sent to assist you? Damn it. I was hoping to protect our people by sending them, not end up with casualties. To think that Vendel would stoop so low as to hire those fetchers. I'm glad you killed him.
Disgusting. I'd rather eat cheese than been sitting in the sun.
Simply wonderful.
I know.
Councillor Morvain will be quite pleased when he hears about this. Excuse me, Councillor Morvain. I have some wonderful news.
Adriel, I haven't seen a smile on your face like that in a long time.
This visitor has single-handedly dealt with a threat that could have ended your life. Vendel, Telesue, and Miri Severin weren't who they appeared to be. I'm afraid they were here to avenge Villa Ulan's death.
Vendel? But he's done so much for Raven Rock. How could this be possible?
They did it to gain our confidence, Councillor. They had us all fooled. I should have been more vigilant. I'm sorry.
Don't say that. It's not your fault, old friend. And you, step forward. What you've done for me, for all of Raven Rock, goes far beyond what I would have expected from a traveler to our town. For this, you have my deepest gratitude. Now, I'm certain Adriel was prepared to reward you appropriately for everything you've done. However, since a bit of coin hardly seems like enough, I've decided to provide something more substantial. Since the Severin family, or whoever they were, turned out to be criminals, their property is now forfeit. As Counselor, I hereby award you Severin Manor, and everything contained within. You've earned your citizenship here, and I hope you'll consider staying with us as a member of our community.
A house. Not just any house, but Severin Manor. Once a den of betrayal, now handed to me as reward. I should feel honored, grateful, and I am, in a way. Yet Solstime's ash-choked air, the gray skies, the endless storms, this land wears down even the hardiest. I cannot imagine myself settling here, not truly. Still, this place carries weight. It's protection, a base if I ever need one, a reminder that even in this harsh corner of the world, I've left my mark. Perhaps in time I'll shape it, make it mine, bend the cold stone and dark holes into something useful. For now, it is enough to know it stands, waiting for me should I return. Let's check Glover's house. He gave me the key, so I'll only take what's freely mine to take. Nothing marked as stealing. So Sapphire is his daughter. I wouldn't have guessed. Glover keeps it quiet, maybe out of shame, maybe to protect her. Families in Skyrim are rarely simple. It makes me wonder how many secrets like this lie buried in people's lives. If I ever cross paths with Sapphire again, I'll make sure she gets this letter. Blackguard armor. Not just some common thief's rags, but forged for the shadows. No wonder Glover kept it hidden on display. It looks even better suited for a thief than the Guildmaster's set. Strange that such gear ended up here, tucked away on Solstheim.
Seeking passage to Windhelm? Can't say I'd mind heading out of here. I still need to get paid, of course. Casting off.